You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to part 3 of Slay the Princess. Last we left off, we encountered an incredibly fucking terrifying being made of just blades, swords, knives, everywhere. And then we engaged apparently in some type of like anime speed battle with perfect parries and shit like that. Like shit you'd probably see in fucking like Dragon Ball or Jujutsu Kaisen or some shit like that. It was dope as fuck. But yeah, so we've had 2 different outcomes. The first outcome that we had, if you missed it, was we decided to try to talk shit out with the princess. Didn't go well. Didn't end well. Shit was not copacetic. So then we tried the murder part, and that also was not copacetic. It got worse, but it led to some type of semi-good ending.
You're here
so
to slay her.
now we're gonna try
If you don't, it will be the
rescuing
end
her.
of the world.
We shouldn't, because it's a bad idea, but we're gonna try it. Okay, so forget this, I'm gonna do this, consider maybe I'm not okay. Okay, sweet, silently continue to the cabin.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within.
Yep,
We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess.
Yeah,
We're supposed
yeah.
to save princesses, not slay them.
nope, you're
Ignore
wrong.
him. He
That,
doesn't know what he's talking
yep, sure doesn't know what he's talking about. We're gonna go right to the cabin. I've got no qualms. I know what I'm here to do. You don't. So,
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare.
yep,
The
that's
blade
cool.
is your
Yeah, no, we're just gonna go to the basement. I don't need the blade. We're gonna rescue this girl, okay?
door to the basement creaks open. Her voice
Hello?
is hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life.
Wait a second.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
I'm here to save you. Yeah, I'm here to save you. Also, that didn't sound like an evil princess.
How many times do I have to tell you how dangerous letting her out of here would be before it finally sinks in?
Wait,
Just
really?
chill.
You're here to rescue me? I was starting to think I'd be stuck down here forever. Come downstairs. I want to see the face of my rescuer.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist.
She
binding
doesn't
her to
look
the far wall of the
evil.
basement. She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone? I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Hi. I can't believe you're here. I've been waiting for something like this to happen forever. I hope you brought something to deal with these chains.
Don't do it. If she gets out of those chains, we're all one step closer to the end.
No. Hear me out. Hear me out, okay? This seems fine. This seems okay. I'll see what I can do.
You're only making this more difficult.
Narrator, shut the fuck up, man. You're being a cockblock.
Thank you. Thank you.
There's nothing evil about her at all. Look at her. She actually looks like she's human. Maybe this is her actual human resonance.
You're making a huge mistake.
Broski, relax.
You're doing the right thing.
Yeah, I am a man of action and a man of integrity and instinct. I know what I'm doing.
You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
Can we grab that
Guessing
knife
you
upstairs?
Don't have the key?
No, I don't have the key.
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
Actually, don't know that. And if there's any key, do you have any other ideas?
Maybe there's some way to break the chains? Or if that doesn't work, I guess we can always cut me out of them.
I'd rather
She
not
offers the
hurt you.
suggestion with almost complete nonchalance. If we were stuck down here long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out if it meant we could finally be free.
Honestly, have you seen Saw? Just saying.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place. Is someone else here?
Hey. Explorer, try the door.
You try the door, but it's locked from the outside.
Can I kick it?
Your
Hey.
shouts and pleas are met with silence. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
Did you just lock us in here?
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
Yeah, looks like
There's a
it.
slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely hesitates.
Oh,
raising
wow!
her arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf.
Whoa, lady! Oh, wow! Okay, this just went from 1 to 100 real fucking quick.
She rips her flesh from her bone. A sound comes from behind you. The clang of bouncing metal.
Fuck me. No.
It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now. Or we could use it to free her. You won't like what happens if you do that.
You know, we're gonna save the princess.
Fine.
That's my only option anyways.
Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm, just above the unyielding chain binding her to this place. You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm. Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains follow suit.
I'm sure she's fine. There's nothing that could go wrong from this. There's nothing that could go wrong. Everything is going
She
great.
didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal. No, she didn't. She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground. How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Yeah, let's go. Everything's fine. It's all fine.
We won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I can't just let her escape into the world. As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade.
Narrator, fuck off, dude.
Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
What are you doing?
Warn her.
Stop that.
No.
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to do this, right?
I don't want to.
The body lunges forward, the blade held low, ready to sink into her heart. But the princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a chance to connect. Stop it. Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive.
Resist.
The blade. Move the blade.
No. Fuck you, dude.
As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance, the princess takes a cautious step forward.
Stay away from me.
Both know this isn't you.
Stay away.
She nervously reaches towards you and takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands. What are you doing?
I'm sorry. I'll try to be quick.
She plunges it into your chest, tearing through flesh and sinew. It is agony. But you aren't dead yet.
Oh no! I'm so sorry.
Stay strong. We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake. For her sake? Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic gesture. The two of you have literally doomed everyone. Whatever. She sinks the blade into your chest again and again and again, and you feel every inch of burning pain that slices its way into your body.
I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry.
You realize this whole thing was the narrator's fault. If he just hadn't taken this over like that, this wouldn't be happening. Our death, our blood is on the narrator's hands.
She doesn't know how to use a knife, does she? Apparently not, though it doesn't matter how sloppy her knife work is, does it? A stab wound is still a stab wound, and it won't be long before you bleed out.
I'm so sorry.
With one last thrust of the knife, your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling around you, your limbs unresponsive. The princess stares down at your ruined chest as tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks.
She wasn't a piece of shit,
Can't
man.
just end like this, right? Oh, that's rich coming from you. As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. The two of you made your choice. It's over.
It's your fault.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
Chapter 2, The Damsel. Yo, fuck the narrator. What a piece of shit.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path, you're
Yeah,
here
yeah.
to slay her.
Yeah. But I died. Oh, you bastard. You informed now. Watch the tricks.
My tricks? If he
Nope.
doesn't remember what happened, then maybe... Yes, he didn't approve of us last time, did he? If we're going to save our beloved, we'll have to be sneaky about it.
Yeah, we will.
Beloved?
Yeah.
Yes, you'll have to be very sneaky about your intentions if you're going to try and save the princess. Ah, so all of the cards are on the table. Then you should know that we and the princess are in love, and the four of us will be foiling any and all assassination attempts you've got in the works. We'll see about that. Whatever you do, just be sure to ignore him specifically. It sounds like he's the sort who'd sacrifice the whole world for a peck on the cheek.
You fucking bitch.
What can I say? A world without love is a world that isn't worth saving.
True. I do enjoy love. I am quite the romantic myself.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie.
Yep.
We already told you we're not playing along with your little game. It's your lies that can't be trusted. Her beauty is the only thing in the world we can believe in.
For once, I'm actually with the other voice. The narrator is literally the reason we died last time, because he decided to take over and do something that got us killed. If he had just let me do my thing,
I think we've already
could have
been
fucked
over
up.
this.
Fucked off, honestly.
Pretty sure he just likes the sound of his own voice. I do, but I also speak from the heart. My passions are too great to be stifled. They must be expressed. Sure, yeah, your passions are strong and all, but not everyone needs to hear them. Some things are better kept quiet. Don't pay their bickering any mind. Focus on the task ahead.
Alright, let's go. There'll be another fucking mirror? I bet you there's gonna be another fucking mirror.
The
Oh, look, a
interior of
mirror!
the cabin is clean and elegant, its stone walls draped in fine-threaded tapestries, a prison befitting a royal prisoner. The only furniture of note is an ornate wooden table with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your opponent. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
I'm not taking the blade. You didn't say anything about the mirror on the wall.
Because there isn't a mirror. There's a table, the blade sitting on the table, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here. There's definitely a mirror. There isn't. I'm sure the princess would tell us there was a mirror if she were up here. In which case she'd be lying to you because, again, there isn't a mirror.
Why would you lie about that? What's the point? I want to look at myself. I want to see how handsome I am.
Exactly. Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What good would a mirror even do? That you waste time preening yourself instead of doing what needs to be done.
And what if I want to look over myself?
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. This really isn't funny. You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now.
I hate
Was
that
there a
there's a
second
mirror
ago? But now
There
it's
has
gone.
to be
Could
something
have
about
a
that.
feather out of place, and now we'll never know. We can't gallantly sweep her off her feet if we have a feather out of place.
I'm entering the basement. Fuck the blade!
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an intricate stairwell. Gold-trimmed carpet glimmers in the light of the torches positioned along the walls. The basement almost seems welcoming in the dim firelight, but it's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. A soft voice carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Her voice.
See? Again!
It's somehow even more beautiful than last time. I can hear wedding bells already. I've held my tongue till now, but you're taking this a little too far. We barely even know the princess. We can still do right by her without all this over-the-top fawning. Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just remember that her charms are all part of the manipulation. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes
Beautiful.
with the princess.
Look at her.
There's a heavy chain
Cute
around
dress.
her wrist, binding her to the far wall.
Although she was still a little feral. Biting her own fucking hand off, but
My
it's cool.
love, we're here to rescue you from your unjust and foul imprisonment. You know she can't hear you, right? She may not be able to hear my words, but surely she can hear my spirit. Oh, your spirit's plenty loud, all right.
It's you, my dashing hero. I was so worried you wouldn't come back.
Did you hear that? She said we're dashing.
I am quite the devil. Devilish looker. Look, devilish, I'm handsome.
And she called us a hero. Flattery really goes a long way with the two of you, doesn't it? Waiting for you to come back. I didn't want to believe your ravings back in the woods, but this is next to incontrovertible evidence. You've been here before.
No shit, Sherlock.
That's right, villain. And you killed us.
Right?
Well, she killed us. Only because he made us try and kill her. It was self-defense. Our beloved's hands remain unstained by cruelty. And you've died before. So an entire world has been damned to oblivion. I'd really hoped I'd be the first, but what's done is done. What matters is you have a chance to do it right this time. We damned a whole world, but everything reset. Nothing resets.
I like
You're
the
just
music
somewhere else.
in this one. It's really nice.
Between worlds forever, especially not without leaving a trail of incomprehensible devastation behind you. This is horrible. Horrible for you, maybe, but we've been given another opportunity to sweep her off her feet and treat her like the lady she is.
Yeah, truly.
Now, hold on. If she actually ended a world, are you sure we want to do this? Are you sure we want to rescue her? We never saw a world end, and now I'm even more certain that we must chase our heroic and romantic destiny than I've ever been. I shan't let anyone convince us otherwise. Are you listening to him? He's lost it. Don't let him distract you. Just do your job.
You killed me last time and it hurt a lot. Why did you do that? I didn't bring a knife. Do I have to cut you out again? What happened after I died? I have to ask, did you end the world? Sorry about what happened last time. The narrator who sent me here to kill you took over my body. It was
Another
extremely
version of
unfair.
me was pushed to such drastic action. It was for good reason.
That's okay. You were just doing your best, and that's all that matters.
That is all that matters. She knows. A woman who accepts me for my flaws and all.
She took that in stride.
That's what
To
you
a
need in your
surprising
life.
extent. An almost unsettling extent, actually. That's because she's perfect. Do you think she has someone like him telling her what to do? She doesn't. There's no one else like me. I think he's
Actually,
almost
that's a
as good
really
as
good
I
thought.
Like it better if she doesn't have some horrid little voice like him, always trying to drive her to violence.
I didn't have.
I'm sorry. Didn't you want me to?
No! The fuck?
Did we? We warned her of the cruel forces seizing our body. That's practically telling her to kill us. She is our beloved, and she made the choice to free us of our misery, to show us mercy and make the best decision for everyone. she made the best decision for her. Don't be so quick to assign kindness. You're just opening yourself up to manipulation.
I have to ask, did you end the world after you killed me back there?
I don't know. Was I supposed to have ended the world? Would that have made you happy?
Isn't that just like our darling princess? She wants to make us happy.
Mm-hmm.
My heart melts further with every word that passes through her beautiful lips. Are you listening to her? That's a confession.
No, I don't want the world to end. Honestly, the world sucks. People are plague, and I hope you brought a slow and painful ruin to all of them.
Then I didn't end the world.
See? She didn't confess anything. She is innocence itself.
She really is.
Not so sure.
I have to cut you
I'm
out
okay
again.
with whatever you come up with. You can cut my arm off again.
We
Look
won't
at that,
even
guys!
on her perfect
She's
face.
perfect!
And indeed, we won't even have to. Do you see how dainty her hands are? We'll be able to slip her right out with no harm done.
Yeah, this literally cannot go
What?
wrong.
No, she's a prisoner here. You can't just slip her hand through the chains.
This is gonna be
Why
great.
are you two arguing over the logistics of slipping her hand out of her shackles? She just said she'd be okay with any idea we came up with. Am I the only one here who thinks that's weird?
No, maybe she finally trusts us to be
She
smart.
didn't care last time. Why should she care this time? That's our stoic, smiling angel.
Yeah.
You're right, it's extremely bizarre behavior and further evidence that she's a monster who's not to be trusted. So go ahead and slay her.
So quick to make assumptions. That's so rude. What happened after I died?
You died, and now we're talking.
Okay.
No, I can't let you do that. If you take another step towards the princess, I'll...
Can you fuck
take
off?
over our body and force us to try and kill her. I would if you had a weapon. Not on my watch, villain. My passions contain titanic depths, and if you try anything that might harm our dearest, I will end our life without a second thought. You wouldn't.
Fucking watch me.
I would.
I'll kill myself again.
I'd listen to him if I were you. He has a lot of strong feelings. And doesn't the world end if we don't stop her? You approach the princess and gingerly slide her hand from her bindings. That shouldn't have worked. I'll be damned. We're doomed. I can't believe it. But I guess I have to. I told you. There's no life more worth living than that of a true believer.
I'm free, and you're not trying to kill me this time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
The princess jumps up and smothers you in a joyful embrace.
Fuck!
Ugh.
It's love! Romantic! It's beautiful!
Had a weapon, one slip of the wrist and your pristine blade would be buried in her back and everyone out there would be saved.
Narrator, you're a little fucked up, man. I'm gonna need you to chill the hell
Luckily for
out.
Mr. Romance, we don't have a weapon. Who needs a weapon when we have the power of love on our side?
What do we do now?
What do you want to do? Yeah, you can't listen. Actually, wait. We leave, and then we have our whole lives to figure out what we want to do
That
next.
sounds perfect.
The princess takes your hand, the last hopes of the entire world slipping through your fingers as they intertwine with hers. We have each other. We don't need the world for our happy ending.
There's no spooky music. This
I like to think that you do, actually.
This is
Look,
ending
I have
well.
my doubts, but the choice has been made, and this is happening. You don't have to mope about it. I will mope about it, because moping is the only recourse you love-blind fools have left me with. You and the princess walk up the stairs hand in hand. Ugh, look at the way she's smiling at you. She doesn't have to be so happy about this.
Why you hating, bro? You're just trying to like rain on my parade. Fuck.
What happens after we walk up the stairs? Let's see. Oh, isn't that interesting? The door slams in your face and the lock clicks. That's a familiar move. Did I do that last time? Then you should know that you won't be able to leave.
Oh no! Did someone lock us in here? That's not fair. We're supposed to leave now.
She's right. It isn't fair, but the unfairnesses of the world are no match for the strength of true love. Enough with this true love nonsense. You just met her. Of course you wouldn't understand. Our passions run deeper than anything you have ever known. Are you listening to this? You don't have to go along with the every whim of that delusional voice.
Honest, I wish I could just talk to the narrator and be like, bro, first of all, you made a cock block, all right? Fucking rude. You don't do that to a homie. Second of all, you have clearly never received a loving touch in your entire life. And now that something good is happening, you don't even know how this is going to end. She clearly doesn't have that much fucked upness inside of her. Let it be.
I'm just along for the ride at this point.
Just let it be, man. I think we can open it if we try together. Or I think I've got this. Open the door by yourself.
Okay, yeah, you've got this.
You place your hand on the door, and...
It opens.
The door creaks open. Are you kidding?
We're a fucking god!
Ha! I knew it. Your words are no match for the pure strength of our hearts, bound together as one. You and the princess make your way upstairs, and... The blade, that's right. There's still a chance for you to do the right thing. Take the blade from the table and slay her before it's too late.
You're not doing that.
You're enjoying this, aren't you? You're taking every opportunity you can to draw out the end of the world and make me suffer. I hate you.
That's the way out. We're going to leave together, just like you wanted.
Yes, I suppose you are going to do that, aren't you? You cross the room, opening the door to the cabin. And then you step outside.
Your love will set you free.
A happy ending at last.
We did it. What should we do now?
Where did everything go? Where did he go? Oh, is he gone? I hadn't noticed. I was too busy staring deep into our beloved's eyes.
I'm cold. Is being happy supposed to be so cold?
She's cold. Quick, our feathers. Pluck them all and weave her a coat worthy of a princess.
Oh. Why? But you don't get the chance to make that jacket, nor will you ever. It's time for you to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? Is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now?
Of course you're scared. This is the end for you, but it's not the end for me. It's going to be okay. Just trust me. We've been here before, and you always get scared.
But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything. Yes. I fear that we won't like what we'll see. What if we just sit here and preen for a while? That can't hurt, right?
It's not the end. Whatever's on the other side is going to be nice.
Okay. If you say so. We'll trust you. She'll be there waiting for us. I just know it.
It's gonna be fine, boys. I got you. All right? It's gonna be great. You approach the mirror. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You've withered. You'll find yourself in the long quiet once again. Proceed to the cabin. You are at the cabin. Approach her.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction, a mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again. All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same.
You can't be a contradiction. Contradictions don't exist. How can you stand to be a contradiction? Doesn't matter how many times I go back, at least one of us always hurts the other. Doesn't that change you? Doesn't that make you worse? You know that at the end of this, blah blah blah. Do you know what happens? What's the world to leave behind? Do you still not care what I bring you next?
And yet my waters flow and my streets bustle. There are no words that can describe me into non-existence. There is no logic that can bind my multitudes. I am everything that you have known me to be, but I am also none of it.
How can you stand to be a contradiction?
As easily as you can stand to be you. You are like me, even if you have chosen not to look at the corners of you that do not fit. Even if you have chosen to ignore the brilliant contours of your soul.
It doesn't matter how many times I go back, at least one of us always hurts the other. Doesn't that change you? Doesn't that make you worse?
It changes me, but it doesn't make me worse, nor does it make me care for you any less. Does it make you worse? Do you resent me?
If anything, it makes me like you more. I don't know what that says about me. No, not really. It all seems so distant since I'm near. My opinion, I just want it all to stop.
It does seem small from here, and the more we journey, the smaller each of those steps will be. But that doesn't make any of them less special.
What do you think of this vessel?
This one is soft and delicate. You molded her to love you, and she'll make for a gentle heart. Do not mourn her. She has served her purpose.
Do you know what happens to the worlds we leave behind?
My perspectives are shadowed. You have seen what I have seen, just as I have seen what you have seen. The angles of my vantage do not offer me hidden truths, and my attention is turned inward, except when you are here with me. Perhaps this will change when our work is done.
Do you still not care what I bring you next?
I care about your gifts, but I have no preferences to burden you with. Even if I did, I would never dare to tarnish our relationship by assuming myself above you.
I'm ready to go back.
I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
And that is once again where we will end this episode. At this point, I feel like I'm not too sure about what other options I can explore here. Like I'm very intrigued, but I'm wondering now if like I'm going to start to be forced to take certain paths, because that last princess was really like soft-spoken. She was delicate. She was human. It almost human. Chewing her arm off wasn't really a human thing. We don't really do that unless we're desperate. But I digress. So what other variants of her are we going to explore? It's all really fascinating. This is such a beautifully done concept. I love this. This is a lot of fun. And I hope you guys enjoy this too. So, if you guys are enjoying this, make sure you guys give the video a thumbs up. And make sure you subscribe too, because, you know, I'll be dishing out as much of this as I can, giving you guys as many different chapters of this as I can. If you guys want to hang out with me over on Twitch, head over to twitch.tv/KillTheHorizon, where I stream 3 to 4 days a week. Right now I'm sitting at about 3 because that's really all I have time for, but I'd like to make it about 4 if I can. I also try to stream once a week over here on YouTube within that 3 or 4 day range. So, you know, there's always a chance that there'll be a stream on this channel. And then, last but not least, if you guys want to talk to me, just head over to all the social medias that are right down below in the description. It's a good time. It's fun. Why not have a good time? But other than that, please be good to each other, and I will see you guys in the next episode.